Did you know that attending events at the Colosseum in ancient Rome wasn't exactly free despite popular belief? This might surprise you. In this video, you'll explore the truth behind the cost of attending spectacles at the Colosseum and what it meant for the people of ancient Rome. So, grab your toga and let's dive into the fascinating world of gladiators, emperors, and the ticketing system of one of history's most iconic venues. Many people assumed that the Colosseum was an entirely free entertainment venue, but there were deeper costs involved that affected access to these events. While it's true that the emperors often provided free shows to gain popularity and appease the masses, access wasn't as simple as just walking in. You see, the reality is that the Colosseum was a site of social stratification. Wealth and status played a huge role in who could actually attend these spectacles. The general public might have had access to some events, but there were layers to this so-called free entertainment that we need to unpack. Now let's delve into the various factors that influenced attendance. First up, we've got social status. The seating arrangements at the Colosseum reflected the rigid hierarchy of Roman society. The best seats, located close to the action, were reserved for the elite, senators, their families, and other dignitaries. Meanwhile, the common folk, or plebeians, had to settle for the cheap seats in the upper tiers, where the view was, well, let's just say it was less than ideal. Then there's the ticket system. Yes, you heard that right. There were actual tickets involved, and these weren't just scraps of paper. They were often made of clay or wood and had specific markings. While some events were free, attendees still needed to secure their tickets in advance, which could be a challenge. On top of that, sponsorship from wealthy patrons played a significant role. These sponsors would often invite their friends and allies, further limiting access to those who could afford it or had the right connections. So while it might look like everyone could just stroll into the Colosseum, the reality was a lot more complicated. Now, the most engaging part will reveal how the concept of free was intertwined with political power and social hierarchy. The emperors knew that by hosting grand spectacles they could distract the populace from political issues and gain their favor. Think of it as a strategic move to showcase their power while keeping the masses entertained and somewhat content. But this also meant that the people had to play by the rules of privilege. Access to these events often meant towing the line of social norms and expectations. Imagine being a common citizen, excited to see a gladiatorial battle, only to find out that your status limits your experience. The complexities of life in ancient Rome were really highlighted through this facade of free entertainment. It wasn't just about enjoying a show. It was about navigating a web of social dynamics and expectations that defined your place in society. So, to wrap it all up, the perception of free entertainment at the Colosseum was a facade. While events were advertised as free, the nuances of access and privilege in Roman society painted a much more complicated picture. It reflects how power, wealth, and status shaped the experiences of the people in ancient Rome. Now, what do you think? Were you surprised to find out that attending the Colosseum wasn't as straightforward as it seems? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to check out my other videos on fascinating aspects of ancient Rome. Trust me, you won't want to miss them.